Hello, everybody. Yours truly is in bed again. Well, that is not the background I was working on. It's hilarious. I took a little extra time off camera to meditate. Yes, I'm still in bed, not feeling so good. So I'm going to go off camera. Um, I took a little time to meditate because apparently I need it after yesterday. Ah, definitely not a proud moment, but sometimes you gotta shake the tree. It's just a fact, you know? Sometimes you gotta shake shit up. And as much as I don't enjoy it, I know it's part of my calling is to be a rebel and to shake shit up. And anyway, sorry for my rant, but we've got an interesting an interesting live tonight. I'm sure some of you have seen some of it, but we're going to take a different take on it. We're going to take a different take on it. How's everybody doing today, by the way? Hello, Jane Doe. Hello, Miss Krista. Miss Kitty. How are you feeling today, sweetie? Lisa King. Marie Carrie, sweetie. How are you? horse in a horse in a round. Cook, nice to see you. Nice to see you. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome, Carol. Welcome, Carol. Yeah, today's going to be interesting because I said tonight, I'm sorry, I'm a little early for somebody that's going to post and replay soon. I missed you. I'm sorry in advance. It's just I'm not feeling well, and I figured I wanted to run this while I have the energy and while it's topical. Today we're going to talk about Jordan Geddes, aka, in my opinion, Uncle Larry. Well, Uncle Larry, no. The man in the vision who took the kids in my vision would be Jordan Geddes, taking them to Larry Geddes, Uncle Larry's barn, Darren Geddes' brother's barn, the black barn we showed. Whether they remain there or not, I don't know, because yesterday probably didn't explain very clearly, but my video that I sent, the 3-hour live that I sent the RCMP, where I pieced it all together, the Black Barn one, where it says, "Holy shit, I think I found Uncle Larry." And I pieced the 3-hour video together with some evidentiary clips of my visions and the supporting documentation. That never got looked at. That was 12 days ago. That never got looked at. And so it's frustrating because I feel and recognize that a lot of people think psychics are friggin' crazy. And when you act like I did yesterday, yeah, who could blame you? The reality is I got triggered. I have PTSD from being a victim of the justice system in Canada. And I'm not talking any more about that than to say it's a real thing in this country. The lack of justice right now is truly an issue. And I feel desperate for these kids because as we watch today, as many of you will see, half the family apparently don't really care to find these kids. And mom's side of the family, while they showed up for the vigil and showed up for the search yesterday, mom herself hasn't really come out other than the first statement. And it's important that we, the community, continue to be their hope and their voice. Because if we don't remain the active participants and put the pressure on and demand transparency and investigation, who's going to do it? Who's going to do it? Belinda can't do it by herself. So thank you for everybody for being here. And I take it personally. Yeah, I do take it personally. I feel like what I went through with my dad was bringing me to my purpose. And while I wasn't able to get justice for my dad, I will someday change the laws in Canada around elders. And I will someday do something significant for kids and animals because I think the vulnerable in this world deserve more protection and need more protection. Well, it's Jane, what happened was I was working with Mike Wilson with the RCMP, and I thought he was fabulous. He was he was incredible, in my opinion. I knew he was taking me seriously, and he was copying me the command triangle and sending my information up. And he was the one that I gave my visions to. And so throughout the few months, he had seen me and my visions being validated because I've been updating and we've been, communicating. And then he was removed from the file. And so when I sent an email to him in October, he copied Chad and said, "I'm no longer on the case. You'll have to message Chad. Hey, Hope, how are you?" And I know we are when we're going to cover it, Toronto. That's why I was saying it's so interesting that, I feel the need to be an advocate for those that don't have a voice, whether it be kids of families that don't care, whether it be elders, but particularly here on this channel and animals, it's kids, really, primarily we cover. Not always, but for the most part. And that's why I was saying why it's so much more important in cases like this, like Sebastian Rogers, who Seth is the lone army, like Belinda will be. This is like Sebastian Rogers 2.0 yesterday. This is Sebastian Rogers 2.0 yesterday, where you've got searchers being threatened by the stepfather's family, not even the bio dad's family, by the stepfather's family. You have what appears to be a narrative from police that they don't want to drop, which is that these kids walked out the back door, which is exactly the case in Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian was autistic. Jack and Lily, we believe to have been autistic based on Amalea's statements. I know, sweetie, I know, but I just mean as far as family goes, it's literally Sebastian 2.0, in my opinion. It just when you see keyboarders unite, yes. When you see what they did, what they did to I'm just gonna go off camera because I feel poopy. What they did, we're gonna watch that and we're gonna talk about it. What they did, the similarities, Lisa, are stunning, And we also have the social media circus, right? Like, I mean, let's be real. The social media circus, and I want to talk about this also tonight, is what is true crime. And I don't mean it in the chaotic circus like way, like yesterday. That's not cool. I don't enjoy that shit. I don't enjoy the drama and the attacking in Sebastian Rogers at all. But I'm going to prove my point in a minute here. And it's not to disparage mainstream media. It's just they show one perspective. And it's frustrating sometimes with all the channels that show Chris and Katie's perspective or the villain's perspective of the parents you think, hey, Barb, I don't feel so great, but I'm here. It's okay. I'll be better. I'll be better. Anyway, it's while it's really hard to watch, Chris go out, like even today I was watching Bullhorn and Betty, there's some new Sebastian Rogers stuff, which I might cover tomorrow in my own take of it that's come out because I've not covered Sebastian in a while. But I can't even listen to Chris talk. It's literally traumatic for me. Like I literally felt traumatized, and that's the part of the Sebastian case that holds me back from resuming. So if I don't go back into it yet, this is why. Because the narrative, and the abuse of that man, and as much as it's hard to listen to and know about, it's so critical to understand all aspects of the story. Like if it wasn't for It's a Crime and Shame and Charmaine, we wouldn't know the truth of the Janie's brother and her and the family running the searchers off yesterday. Like that is absolutely Chris Pradfoot point 2.0. They are disgusting, vile people. They're vile. Oh my God. Rogue, I'm telling you, sweetie, I can't do it. I can't do it, you know? Um, but anyway, a couple things I want to show you just for fun before we get started. It's and I thank you, Barb. I got your other email, and yeah, we can maybe go through that one tomorrow. It depends on what I cover tomorrow. But it is my intention to get back into Sebastian Rogers. I just don't know when. Hopefully this week. I am convinced that people involved in missing children cases take a look at precious cases and report behaviors because they know there were no. Well, yeah, I know. The other parallel, I guess I might have already said it, but just to expand on it a bit, is like the narcissism of Daniel and Chris and being on social media. They're different behaviors, but both stepdads who what irritates me and what triggers me, I think I just put my finger on it, is like when we all know he's getting away with it. Like for me, that is a trigger that runs back to my mother since childhood, and I'm working on healing it, but it's resurfaced with what she did to my dad. And that's why that trigger is so profound. I wrote a friggin' chapter about it in 2016 about how horrible she was my whole life towards me. My dad wasn't great, but at least he was loving, but sociopathic narcissist. And so when I see a sociopathic narcissist getting away with shit because law enforcement appears to not give a rat's, it's like I get enraged and I'd love to heal it. But that, like, to me, it's like PTSD now from what I went through with my dad, and I truthfully don't know if I'll ever fully heal the trauma from the police, and especially in Canada right now, but the justice system is sucky. And so while Zach was right yesterday, Liane, take that passion and turn it into something more positive. Once I can find a intro, Donna created a song for an intro for this channel because I used to have an intro and I had to stop it because I've been getting copywritten on everything I put out music wise now. Even if I pay for it myself by Canva Pro, it's the weirdest thing. I downloaded the music for Donna's party the other day, copyright stricken. It's like, it does take time to heal your triggers. Oh, sweetie, I know. But it's also infuriating when the law enforcement, it's like, are they going to get away with this? Like they look at this point like they may get away with this. And I find that so infuriating, especially when it comes to the innocent people, the victims, the elder in my dad's case, or the children who have families that don't seem to give a rat's. That's not the entirety of Malaya's family, but certainly, I mean, the behavior yesterday, if people wanted to look innocent, they didn't bode well for themselves, But again, it's that arrogance and cockiness because it's like they think they got away with it and they make jest based on the experiences that of progress and the narrative if they just still walked out the back door, people. I just don't know that we're ever going to get resolution for these kids. And I find that heartbreaking. I know it's so wild. But anyways, all that to say, let's get into something more fun. I just want to show you this. I don't know if you'll be able to see the background. I'll have to show you I'm in bed because of the background. Here, let me remove this. I mean, you guys are so used to me in my PJs now. I don't know why I worry about it. Okay. I just wanted to just make everybody laugh. This is my daughter's cat. She's in the Christmas tree. Lucy, her name's Lucy. And every year she's only, well, I shouldn't, I mean, she's 3. So every Christmas though, since she was a kitten, She likes to get in the Christmas tree. Oh, so it's so cute. I thought you'd all get a kick out of that. Okay. Literally, law enforcement is locking my opinion. I know. Well, this is it. I know. Well, Rogue, Canada is just not the country that it used to be. And that's all I can say. Oh, so fun. That's all I can say right now. But okay, onwards. So I just got to remind myself, like Zach said, and with all of your help, God willing, what I'm trying to do is get back into. I really loved when on this stream, Reed did like a meditation and a prayer circle for the kids. I really, really enjoyed that. And so I'd like to begin to do that again. I just have to get music that isn't copy stricken, because every time I attempt, YouTube copy strikes me, even though I'm paying for it on Canva Pro or downloading it from a free website. It's the wildest thing. So I am going to work on that so I can bring those prayer groups back and send some Reiki and some healing, because I really like that. Tell me, put a 1 in the chat or say yes if you think you'd enjoy that. And then I'm going to show you a really, really creepy picture. Have you seen this? Have you seen this? I'm pretty sure you've all seen it by now, but we're going to talk about it in a little bit more depth. That is, where's Christmas card with the pic? Yeah. Okay, have you seen this? Let me go small. Let me go small because have you seen this picture by Jordan Geddes? Jordan Geddes. I gotta learn to slow down because I'm into the next question before, and then I forget what my other question was that you're answering. Have you seen this? So this is so the title today we're going to talk about I yeah, Jane Doe. So we're going to talk about Jordan Geddes today, and wait till you hear the rant. About the same time he put out an audio rant. Oh, it's on his Facebook profile, Krista. That's his Facebook profile. This was clipped from Daphne's Case Files. Everybody's been talking about it. And we're going to also talk about an audio clip he put out. And the it looks satanic to me. That's a mask he's got. There's a TV in the background. There's somebody else here on over his shoulder. To the left here, there's someone over his shoulder to the left. And what I want to know, and I've been trying to Google, is are those are stars tattoos? So he's got like, I don't know if that's a birthmark on his shoulder here or a tattoo here, and there's a tattoo for sure on this shoulder. And under his clavicle here are 2 5-sided stars. Ah, welcome, Deanna. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, sweetie. I don't know what's going on with my StreamYard. It's not letting me play my my thank you for some reason, sweetie, but thank you for that. StreamYard's been acting so bizarre. So thank you, sweetie. Normally I play like all this clapping music. Let's see if I can get another one for you, because we have to celebrate you joining the members. Oh, come on. It's Mercury retrograde. That's all I'm going to say. It's Mercury retrograde. Here we go. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Yes, it is gross. Yeah, let's hit the like button. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Kitty. Yeah, so that was posted today's November 16th, 3:22 p.m. Eastern, and that was posted on this Facebook group, Jordan Geddes, November 12th at 3:54 a.m. So 4 o'clock in the morning. November 11th was Tuesday. That was Remembrance Day. So that would have been in Canada here, the day everybody had off, well, not everybody, a lot of people had off work, although I would suspect these folks aren't working in that rural area. The economy is pretty wild. I don't really know, but maybe. But if he was working, that's Wednesday morning at 3:54 AM, and this guy behind him's wearing a mask. So what we're gonna do tonight is I wanna get your opinion on those stars, but it doesn't look healthy, and when you listen to the rant song and when you research, like I did, what the lyrics mean, well, that's just gonna blow you away. It's just gonna blow you away. Jordan seems to be imploding, and, I'm wondering what's going on, you know? I'm wondering what's going on with him. So, but first, let's get here. Let's watch this. My links didn't populate. Okay, so this is my point I wanna make. I wanna make this point. I would be so knowing this has got, yeah, yeah. Okay, so what I also wanna say, my vision, I've now only discovered, which I mentioned in my video that was sent that still is yet to go looked at by the RCMP. My vision was, now that I have seen Jordan Geddes and his ponytail and his dark brown, almost black, maybe even black hair on that tractor, I can tell you that that is the man I saw taking Jack and Lily to Uncle Larry's barn. And Uncle Larry is literally his Uncle Larry's barn, as we learned. It's Lawrence Geddes' barn, Darren Geddes' brother. Okay. I told you he was thin in my vision. He's muscular, but he's not a big guy. He's thin like Daniel, maybe a little bigger than Daniel. And I can't remember if I told Detective Wilson, because I feel like when I spoke with Mike Wilson, he asked me his how old he thought I thought he was, and I feel like I said early 30s, but I can't remember that exactly if he asked me that, but I think he may have. And we find out that he is 33 years old. Yes, hope. Yes, hope. Yeah, well, no, because there's a TV in the background, and the energy I get from it is there's a TV in the background that this is his friend behind him. These are like Halloween masks. Um, but yeah, and that's really interesting. No way, Hope. Lots of inmates have five-star tattoos. Was Jordan in prison? I don't know. Oh my God. That is wild, Hope. And so, yes, exactly, YouTuber. Exactly. You got it. Bingo. Bingo, 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 bingo. And I think you guys that were there heard me. I'm almost positive I said this the other day when I was talking about Janie's wild Facebook post when she said something. I can't even, whoever, remember we went through it. Whoever went through where it brought the kids, took the kids, bring them back where you took them from. Remember? And I said from that, I feel like they are talking to one another through social media because they know they can't text or call one another because they might be being monitored by the RCMP. And they're maybe sending flag signals out to one another through social media. I know, Barb, sweetie. I know. I'm still debating whether I'm going to cover that too, honey. I really want to, but I've been getting so doxxed lately by YouTube. I just am worried. I also tried to go on X today, and I'm also banned from X. These are social media platforms I never use. So how I got banned when I first tried to use them, I've have accounts. I just like don't really go there and haven't for years. It's wild. So I'm very very limited, which is fine, maybe. Maybe it's a blessing. But yeah, exactly. And I just yeah. So anyway, all that to say, no, I don't. No, I don't. But um it's I know, Jane Doe. I mean, I haven't to be honest, Connie, I shouldn't say no, I don't. I shouldn't be well, YouTuber, I don't know if you saw that video. Holy shit, I think I found Uncle Larry. And that's why I was so upset yesterday because I did that live where I pieced everything together and we even show clips in that live of Daniel saying that Durwood was going to help with the Malaya situation, but he didn't want to get it in the way of their marriage. And hey, Donna. Hello, wedding girl. Mrs. Bride. You didn't have to come in, but I'm love that you're here. How was it yesterday? How was it? How was it? Well, yeah. Yeah, it could be. It could be. But, I want when you listen to Blue Heron, when you listen to the clip you're gonna hear in a second, you're not gonna think the same way, okay? And when you look at the lyrics that I researched as to what the song that was playing and what the lyrics mean, you may be thinking, I don't think he's doing so well because it's rumored that DT, Drunk Turkey, the Drunk Turkey show, DT talks to these guys. And I heard it was either Charmaine, I think it was Charmaine's live, where she said that DT had to call Jordan to see if he was okay. That he's literally imploding. Okay. He's literally losing his shit in front of us. Yes, it is of Jordan Geddes. Of Jordan Geddes. Hope says, I'm going to be honest. If Jordan has a star for a reason and he's done this, they will handle him, meaning the Star family for doing this. What does that mean, honey? Hope, if you're just coming in now, Hope said her son has one of these tattoos. I think your son's been in prison, Hope? And that these tattoos, these stars, which I was trying to Google, thank you, Hope, are symbols of what they get in the tattoos that inmates get are these stars. And so does Jordan Geddes have a past association? Oh, association does not mess with kids at all. Oh, got it. Okay, so when you say the association, can you define that? Because hey, Anne, and you know what? We're gonna talk about this, and then we're gonna go back to the video yesterday of the Mackenzie family blocking the searchers. But I want to just talk about this first because I just get satanic vibes off this between the mask and the stars. So Hope, what do you mean? And no, they don't treat you kindly in prison if you hurt a child. Gangs in prison. Okay, thanks, honey. Okay. Yeah. So for those of you just coming in, I said the man in my vision had long brown, maybe black hair, was thinly. Hey, the star comes out a lot for Jack and Lily. Jordan could have been middleman, in my opinion. The star could have been clue to his tattoo. Oh my God, crazy cat. That's a great perspective. That's a great perspective. It is scary. The star comes out. It does come out. And wasn't it a star, a little star that was found? I never really covered it on the bridge. I think it was also a star, but that would have been a fluke, but it may be synchronistic for those of us that believe in synchronistic, you know? But if you're just coming in now, Hope's son was, they are like white supremacist. My son got his redesigned. He was in 20 when he got it. And okay, so they're like, what? That's exactly the energy I was picking up. Thank you. I felt a very cult like demonic when I look at this picture. I exactly, Corinne Danielle. I see demonic. Well, in my vision, this man I described to Mike Wilson on May 8th. I left the message and Mike called me back. I think it was the next day. That this is the guy that walked Jack and Lilly to Uncle Larry's barn in my vision. And I described him as thin and mid-30s and having long, dark, if not black hair. And then realized when I saw a picture of Jordan Geddes, this man, Gerwood Geddes, Darren Geddes' son, on the tractor on AB's or Drunk Turkey's channel, rather, that he has dark black or dark brown, if not black hair. And he had it tied up in a ponytail. He's got the same physique. So I think you're right. I think you're right, Crazy Cat Tarot, because I've said all along, he was the person I believe that delivered Jack and Lilly as per my vision. But somehow I think Wong potentially got the secondary. I think Dad betrayed him. I think Dad betrayed him. I think Derwood Geddes, just my theory, just my opinion, because it was getting too much heat on them. They were originally planning, in my opinion, he might be Native because don't forget Geddes is Native, right? Also related to Native American. Yeah. Yes. Because Geddes himself came out on It's a Crime and Shame. And this is the other point I want to make about the media versus true crime. We would never hear this from the mainstream media. When the family comes on, Liane, in my opinion, you're on the right track, especially seeing his neck tat. Yeah, I know, sweetie. And so he was in my vision. And I said all along, I think something went wrong. Geddes panicked that this was, by Daniel's own admission, it's in the, if you haven't seen it, go watch the live where it's titled 12 days, 13 days ago. Holy shit, I think I found Uncle Larry. I piece it all together. And Daniel himself says on the Drunk Turkey show that Geddes was going to get involved, that Derwin was asked to get involved. It's implied, but he says Durd was going to get involved with Malaya, that they knew 2 weeks before the kids went missing, Malaya was going to leave. I said that months ago. I told the police that on May 8th. And it's been said out of his own mouth. And the family were pissed off, as in Daniel's family. His allegiance is not to his own biological family, Durwood. His allegiance is to the Martell family. Apparently, he didn't even know he was related until afterwards to these people, to Malaya and to Jack and Lilly. And his narrative has been to keep the heat off his son and himself, in my opinion. And Daniel says in the clip I sent to the RCMP that Durwood was going to get involved, but he didn't want to do anything that would ruin their marriage. And Durwood said himself out of his own mouth, Durwood said himself on It's a Crime and Shame out of his own mouth and several shows he's called into, that the family was getting nervous because Malaya was going to talk. Malaya was going to talk. And they were getting nervous. Yes, Malay was going to talk, we find out, because now we learn CPS is involved in the case. Now we learn CPS is involved in the case. Malaya is claiming to be afraid of him. I believe that. That's my opinion. We now learn he's a drug pass dealer, Daniel, in my opinion, was admittedly a meth head, which I also said to the police. I also said to the police that they disappeared the night before, not the morning of. And now we hear witnesses heard cars. So, and I said I saw a vision of Brad Wong, which I didn't also realize was Brad Wong until that same freaking day. I think it was on DT's channel. So now put together what I'm saying. Geddes is saying Malaya's talking and the family don't like it. Yeah, Malaya's going to lose her kids with CPS and she knows it. Daniel hasn't filed his income tax return, so they're going to lose all the only money they have. Malaya's already planned on leaving 2 weeks before they go. She's terrified, doesn't want to lose her kids because she's living with a meth head who beats her kids, in my opinion. So she's gonna fucking save her butt, and she's gonna tell CPS that these people are who they are, and they don't like it. By Derwin's own mouth. The family didn't like the shit Malaya was spreading and talking about them. Out of Derwin's own mouth. So I think their plan was originally to keep her quiet, to threaten them with Jack and Lilly. But then the heat got too heated. They never thought this was going to blow up. These are a bunch of rednecks. No offense. I'm a Canadian and I happen to have lived and loved living in redneck country. But they're hillbillies that don't really do much with social media before this, in my opinion, for the most part. And then something happened, and that's where I think they were passed off between Jordan and Brad Wong. I'm not exactly sure, but I know he was in my vision and he has to have a connection here, in my opinion. So what that connection is, I'm not 100% sure yet, but Brad Wong, in my opinion, is involved. That's just my opinion. So now we've got Jordan. After I go public, 12 days after I go public with that barn video that the RCMP have yet to watch, we've got Jordan Geddes losing his shit. We've got Jordan Geddes losing his shit. So you're right, Crazy Cat Tarot. This is why if we listen to this, we're going to play the clip. I'm going to do it a little bit in reverse from my original plan. We're going to play his clip. And I'm going to tell you what I get from it, because I said when I heard that comment from Janie, they are telling each other, they are sending signals through social media. I've also sent that to the RCMP. Now listen to the clip that he also played, okay? That he also played. This is a credit to Mike.Means.Opportunity, and it was also shared on Charmaine's channel. I can never remember the exact name. Sorry, Charmaine. Yeah, I think he's sending a message. Now, this is yeah, Mike.Means.Opportunity. I think he is I think he is very concerning mentally. That's all I'm going to say. And I how do I spell Mike.Means.Opportunity? Sorry, Mike. I don't want to misspell it, but I can't read it here in full. I don't want to, this is just my theory. You don't have to believe it. I know, honey. I know. And it does keep coming up. It does. And now you add what Hope's told us from her own experience over what that star means, because I felt demonic, but it's not a true demonic, because I've been researching it today. It's not a true demonic satanic star, but I was feeling some sort of thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank you, honey. Demand. Okay, so I have it right. Okay, yeah. Thank you. I was feeling it. It just aw, sweetie. Donna, do you want to come and tell us about it? Do you want to come up and talk about it? I'm sorry, I haven't even acknowledged I asked you and then I haven't even acknowledged. How was it? You said it was great, I think you said. Yeah, I know. Shouldn't she be on her honeymoon? I know. Like, I totally wasn't expecting you to come in here, sweetie. Uh, let me go back up because I saw you said something about hubby sleeping, taking a nap, and you had a lot of fun. It was great. Oh, that's nice. That's so nice. I'm so happy to hear that, honey. I'm so happy. Demand. Did I not spell it right? DMM. Oh, I got one N. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have been literally having eye issues lately, or I've been meaning to ask this. Yes, congratulations, Donna, for sure. That's super exciting. I'm glad you had a great time. I was thinking about you. I was like, Donna's at the altar right now when it was your time, it was, Yeah, 1 o'clock your time. Anyway, I appreciate you all. Do all the thumbs up. Let's listen to this. Have I still not spelt it right? I just changed it, and it's not there. I just changed it. It just didn't populate because I had changed it. It just wasn't populating. I tell you, StreamYard is acting bizarro. I don't know. Okay, listen to this. Okay, it's a 2-minute clip. This is what he also posted a couple days ago. So around the same time, he went live on Facebook. He went live on Facebook and posted this. And that's about the same time frame he put the picture up of himself that we've just all been looking at. So listen.
And Jordan Geddes is losing it. Jordan Geddes doesn't want to be open about anything. He doesn't want to give us the reliability now. He's unable to do that. Remember pledge at all times. Apparently, not only is he barking up a storm, he also posted a live, listening to some music.
Thanks, Jen.
Screaming, yelling in the background, calling people names.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you straight now. I can taste you. All you do with your fucking ears is fuck off and fuck yourself. Fuck you. Fuck your own.
You see, that's what can happen when you have a father who's making a mockery out of 2 missing children in front of the whole world. And you're paying the price, Jordan. But somebody has to. So get a grip of it. Get a grip and realize who your father is.
Yeah.
And then tell us why Daniel was there that morning. And come clean. And I know you're probably scared because you're deep in that type of lifestyle. And in that type of society that you are part of, you don't talk. Because if you talk, they'll burn your house down. So you have options. They may not be pretty ones, but they are options. Talk. Talk.
Mike is so right. He is so right. It is, and we're going to listen to it, the lyrics, because I researched the lyrics. But first, let's just listen again to his rant. That to me, I hear, why did you say something? That's what I hear. Because his dad got caught admitting that Daniel and Malaya were at his place the day before the kids went missing. Tell me if that's what you hear. Why did you say something? Why'd you say something? Do you hear that? I'm gonna tell you straight up and down. Why'd you fucking say something? I'm gonna get stricken on this one. You fucked your own. Fuck you, you fucked your own. Wild, eh? Wild. It's you didn't hear the sound? You couldn't hear that? You're kidding me. Can you hear me now? Shit, sorry. Sorry, ladies. I've been I'm sorry. Okay, let's go back and let's see if I can play it again for you. That is very strange. Let me remove the picture. And let's screenshot. Okay, let me know if you can hear it now.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mike the Man, and Jordan Geddes is losing it.
You still can't hear it? Seriously?
Jordan Geddes doesn't want to be open about anything.
Okay, you can hear? Okay. I don't know what's going on, everybody, because I mean, you hear Mike? Yeah, it's Mike. This is Mike Demand's video, and he's explaining. Yes, now. Okay, sorry, everybody. I'll play it again. Well, I'm kind of glad you couldn't hear me because I want you to hear the words. I want you to listen to what he's saying. Mike has it bang on. And when we research right now, we go through the meaning of those lyrics. It appears that Mike and I are right. He is sending a message to his dad. Okay, you guys refresh if you can't hear it because it's half of you do, half of you don't. I can tell you StreamYard's been acting wackadoodle lately, and it's Mercury retrograde. Refresh your stream because some people can hear me and some people can't. I'm not playing it right now, guys, because I'm talking. I'm trying to explain it to you first before I play it. I already got validation that you can hear it now. It's because I had it uploaded at 2 different locations, and the one location did not upload the second time I tried to play it. Okay, thanks, Donna. So let's just confirm you can hear it now. And then I'm going to talk for a second because I want you to hear something in the video.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mike the Man, and Jordan Geddes is losing it. Jordan Geddes doesn't want to be open about anything.
Can you hear Mike now? I know, Jane Doe. No kidding. Can you hear it now? Okay, that's all you need to do. I'm just talking. I've just paused it. Thank you. I've just paused it because I want you to hear the words I hear in it. I want you to listen carefully because I said to you just 15, 20 minutes ago now that, and I've already said it on a live, that they are making messages. They're sending messages on social media. But what I hear is he's swearing and he says, I'm going to type the words out. How's that? Because I'm going to get stricken, which is maybe why it was a blessing you couldn't hear. I'm not playing it Dragonfly right now. I'm going to play it in a minute. The words that I hear coming out of Jordan Geddes' mouth is, you effing, why did you speak? He's talking to his dad, Darren Geddes. He's swearing, I'm telling you right effing now. I'm telling you right effing now. You betrayed your own. You betrayed your own. Why did you effing speak? This is what if you listen, I'm going to rewind it and replay it. But I'm telling you, that's what I hear. Can you hear it? Listen up, because Mike is exactly right. He is mad that his dad spoke, and that's because it came out in a screenshot that Shar showed and re-showed and other channels showed that Durwood lied when he called into Dolly Vision. Durwood lied and said, redacted his original statement. Jordan said the kids were not at his house with Malaya and Daniel and the kids the day before they disappeared. And we got proof that Durwood already said, yes, they were. What's the problem? That's what I am intuitively picking up on, that his dad is talking too much and he's telling them not to talk to the police. And his dad went in and talked to the police. I know. It's not good. Or he's sending a message, D being one of the gang. Hope, exactly. They're sending a message. We just heard Hope say that her son got one of these tattoos, and it's a white supremacy group for gang members of who have been in prison. Those stars that are the tattoo that he's wearing. So let's play this now and listen for what I'm saying I'm hearing. Listen up.
He doesn't want to give us a reliable denial. He's unable to do that. Remember, pledge at all times. Apparently, not only is he
Yes, he is
barking up a storm, he also posted a live, listening to some music, screaming, yelling in the background, calling people names. Let's hear it.
I'm gonna fucking tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you straight now. I can taste you. All you do with your fucking ears is fuck off. Fuck yourself. Fuck you. Fuck your own.
F you. Go F yourself. You F'd your own. You F'd your own, like your own family. I'll play it again.
Open about anything. He doesn't want to give us a reliable denial. He's unable to do that. Remember, pledge at all times. Apparently, not only is he barking up a storm, he also posted a live, listening to some music, screaming, yelling in the background, calling people names. Let's hear it.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to go through the song lyrics in a second here. after this.
I'm gonna fucking tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you straight now.
I'm going to tell you straight up, and I'm going to say it now. Why'd you say something? That's what I hear. Tell me. I'm going to go back. Tell me if you hear it.
Posted alive, listening to some music, screaming, yelling in the background, calling people names. Let's hear it.
I'm gonna fucking tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you straight now. I can taste you. All you do with your fucking ears is fuck God. Fuck yourself. Fuck you. Fuck your own.
Go F yourself. F you. You F'd your own.
I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna tell you straight now. I can taste you. All you do with your fucking ears is fuck God. Fuck yourself. Fuck you. Fuck your own.
You see, that's what can happen when you have a father who's making a mockery out of two missing children in front of the whole world. And you're paying the price, Jordan. But somebody has to. So get a grip of it. Get a grip and realize who your father is. And then tell us why Daniel was there that morning. And come clean. And I know you're probably scared because you're deep in that type of lifestyle. And in that type of society that you are part of, you don't talk. Because if you talk, they'll burn your house down. So you have options. They may not be pretty ones, but they are options. Talk. Talk. Talk.
What did you guys hear? What did you guys hear? Yeah, you hear it. Yeah, and that's about that live. I don't know the exact date of that live, but I know it was in the last few days, as was this. So I am sticking to my theory, y'all. I am pretty much more anchored into my theory that this is the man in my first vision that took Jack and Lilly to his uncle Larry's, Lawrence Geddes' Black Barn, exactly out of the words of Jack, as reported to the RCMP May 8th. He is somehow involved, and he's losing this shit right in front of us all. No, I haven't, YouTuber. Well, Rogue, think about it. If my theory is correct, he was originally asked to take the kids, keep them safe, just to scare Malaya into not talking. And then when things spiraled out of control, as Derwood was warning us about, he was warning out of his own mouth, but he was talking about them when it was really him. I'm worried what they're going to do now because they're going to get nervous with their original plan now that there's so much heat on this case. Derwood said that himself somewhere. I remember distinctly hearing it. So I think Derwood is talking about he himself. How are you, my dear Denise? My theory, and Derwood interjected, because this was just a temporary plan. Hence the meeting the day before in his front lawn that his dad admitted to. But somehow, maybe Brad Wong, my second vision, is the second portion to this. I'm not quite clear. But if he dealt with rugs, kids are good and into them also. Yes, exactly, Hope. Yep. But in my vision, they were walking. Lily sees stars because the stars in his body, but keeps repeating that Lily star, showing a star. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. So let's look at the lyrics. Let's look at the lyrics to the song. So the lyrics, the song as per Krista in the chat, and also, sorry, I'm just going to copy and paste them here. Well, actually, why don't I just do this? I'll Google them. The lyrics are, and I'll pull it up so you can see, to the song from 21 Pilots called Heathens. Krista said it and Shar said it. I don't know that type of music, but let's just show you the song. And then I'll show you ChatGTP's understanding of what it means and my conversation with ChatGTP. All of my friends are heathens. Take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens. Take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. Welcome to the room of people who have rooms of people that they loved one day docked away. Just because we checked the guns at the door doesn't mean our brains will change from hand grenades. You'll never know the psychopath sitting next to you. You'll never know the murderer sitting next to you. You'll think, how did I get here sitting next to you? But after all I've said, please don't forget. All my friends are heathens. Take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. We don't deal with outsiders very well. They say newcomers have a certain smell. They have trust issues, not to mention. They say they can smell your intentions. You'll never know the freak show sitting next to you. You'll have some weird people sitting next to you. You'll think, how did I get here sitting next to you? But after all I've said, please don't forget. All of my friends are heathers. Take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. All my friends are heathens. Take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Please, all my friends are heathens. Take it slow. Wait for them to ask you who you know. Why'd you come? You knew you should have stayed. I tried to warn you just to stay away. And now they're outside ready to bust. It looks like you might be one of us. What do you think of those words, of that song? Do you think this was between the lyrics and his ranting some sort of a F you to dad that may have brought him into the incrimination line? He is, oh yeah, he is high up in the command in the gang. You think, Hope? Do you want to come up and talk to us about that? Yeah. Yeah. And I told y'all, I called it, no, not to be arrogant. I'm just saying, I told y'all they were sending cryptic messages before this even came out. Now, let me pull up the chat that I had going over these messages, these lyrics. Let me just pull it up. Hang on a second. Daniel's always saying there is more than meets the eye. Yeah, no kidding. And it's kind of another similarity potentially with Sebastian Rogers. Some sort of a cryptic, satanic, whatever. trying to find the lyrics. Well, I'm gonna have to Google it now because I think I deleted the wrong. Hang on. I kept adding to. I think I deleted. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I think I deleted the lyrics. The meaning. Okay, so let me pull it up again. I'm gonna pull up chat, and then I have to go turn my oven off before I burn my chicken. Whoops. Okay. Could this be a message to someone, a threat to be quiet? I lost my thread. So the artist intended a warning inside a dangerous group. Let me share. Let me share. It could be seen as a warning inside a dangerous group. Don't trust everyone. Stay cautious. Symbolic or personal interpretation, a veiled message to someone to be silent, Don't expose the truth. Outsiders aren't welcome. You see that? According to ChatGTP. Yeah. And we wonder why the world is hopeless. Oh, sweetie, it's not hopeless. It's just why we need to expose. Do you get a feeling more involved if he's higher up? His foot soldiers may have done it. I haven't investigated that yet. Sweetie. But yeah, isn't that wild, Donna? It's definitely, I feel like there could be a police protection. I've been feeling that. And, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Yeah. What's that mean? Yeah. So, y'all, I know other people have different theories, but this is even more convincing me. Could be or definitely is. No, Connie, the officer, the one taking the tips, no, he just left on holidays. He was back when I emailed him at the end of October, came back November 13th, and then left again till November 25th. It's starting to feel that way, Donna. It's starting to feel that way. It's starting to feel that way. So it's a pretty crazy case. I'm just gonna give me 30 seconds. I'm just gonna turn my oven off before I burn my supper. Just one sec, guys. So undercover was what I was thinking, like an informant or something. Like I don't know. I don't know. Well, this is it, sweetie. I've been saying it all along. She was afraid. And this is why she probably finally figured out who Daniel was. And I've only ever gotten one piece of good advice from my useless, SHIT for brains mother. And that was, it takes a long time to get to know somebody. And she and Daniel had not been together more than what, 2.5 years, maybe 3. And so maybe she was starting to figure out exactly how bad this was. That's also why I think Belinda was afraid of them. And I've said that all along. At least they had these people. You cannot be in a small community like that and not know, in my opinion. If you really wanted to find out about these people, you probably could. This is Jordan Geddes. This is Jordan Geddes. Bobby, if you're just coming in. Yeah. Well, exactly. So when she's reporting, I know, we're going to show that right now. When she is reporting Daniel threatening her, I kind of understand. Yeah, Bobby, you just finished. You might want to rewind. We've been in here for an hour and 13 minutes because you just missed something really scary that we just played, Bobby. And that was a clip that he went live on Facebook a few days ago, and we just played the clip. And what I think I hear is a cryptic message in the clip, of the song lyrics, but also he's basically yelling to shut your mouth and whatnot. Now we've got Hope here. Um, Hope, I don't know, is Hope still here? Whose son has this tattoo, and she says these are white supremacist gangs in jail, so that these stars he has in both clavicles here, he's got this star, and that they're gang tattoos. Yeah, yeah, that they're gang tattoos. So he said it on Facebook. Daniel said on Facebook that there was nobody blocking the road, and that was a lie, that people just want to tell stories. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to show that. Okay. Oh, well, okay. Well, Hope, if you're here, I was just going to say, I'll send you an email. These people have higher ups in the government, Ellie, to protect them, because they are too. You think, Hope? Oh, don't tell me that, because see, again, this is bringing in Sebastian Roger vibes, and that's why I put Sebastian Rogers 2.0, because this is starting to feel, yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, so Hope, I'll email you after this live, if you just to look out for it. Yeah, so it's getting creepy, And I mean, I don't know how long it took for Sebastian Rogers before we got into like this level of creep. I mean, it might have also been at about 6 months. I'd really have to go back, and I think we are going to go back and do Sebastian Rogers, but man, yeah, well, and he also did it. Yes, absolutely. And that's also at the same time he went live, around the same day. I don't know the exact day he went live, but we can see here that he posted this YouTube picture November 12th. So just today's the 16th. And a few days ago, that clip came out that we just listened to. That's very cryptic and threatening, in my opinion. Now you couple that with the RCMP narrative. He's still walking out the door. They just, like, the kids just walked out the door. Um, yeah. Did he? I see. I haven't even kept up about it, but I have to be honest, in listening to the clip today, and then we're going to get back. Yeah, he did, Jane, but he's also not well. And he also is not well, in my opinion. He's unraveling because his dad's incriminated him, because his dad went into the police, and his dad has been proven just in the last few days to have lied, as did he, when they told police that Jack and Lily, Malaya, and Daniel were not at his house the day before the kids went missing. They sure were, and Durwood said so on Dolly's live, and that was about a week ago. So in my opinion, he is losing it. He is losing it because he is worried that people are going to come and visit him now. And I think he's threatening people to shut their effing mouths. But let's watch this, because this, yeah, I know. Reminds me of being bullied in engineering school. Yeah, it's just wild. And then let's watch this. You know, Daniel and his claims. Well, yesterday, I want to also, at the beginning of the live, I said, this is why true crime can be so hard to watch on YouTube, because the aspects that we dive into, the deepness and the sickness, is real. And it's sometimes shocking that this goes on in the United States and Canada and around the world, quite frankly. But this is the world's reality right now, and it can be hard to take. But if you want to do anything about the dark, you got to expose it. You got to expose the dark. He can be losing it because his higher up found out the kid's involved, which is a big no. Oh, that's true, Hope. That's true, sweetie. Yeah, this just shows their level of intellect. If they don't want to be targeted, they should stay off the social media with crap like that. Exactly. Well, exactly, right? Darren said people have been to Jordan's house, threatened his sons. Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, I mean, I think Jordan should be paid a visit to by the police. And I was promised by Chad yesterday when he called during the live that he would have somebody call me over all this tomorrow, because since sending them 2 weeks ago, my theory of Jordan and him being the vision and Uncle Larry, which we know is his own Larry Lawrence Geddes barn, that is the black barn that is empty right by the train tracks, that also showed somebody seems to be living there. That video, that never got watched. So now, yeah, I agree. Thank you. Now, this I'm going to add when they call me tomorrow, what this exactly, everything that happens in the dark comes to light. Well, that's why we're here, and that's why I need to be reminded. Sometimes as I lose my like I did yesterday, and I get so frustrated with law enforcement, if we don't protect these kids and stand up and keep pressuring them to find the truth, nobody will, because we're going to watch in a minute. You're going to see a CTV news clip of yesterday's narrative from mainstream media in Canada over what happened yesterday. And yes, while this is true, you're never going to see the second clip we're going to show you in a minute. So if you didn't know that they had Please Bring Me Home in to look again for the kids this weekend yesterday, and this is the clip of the update. And also why I was disappointed is they were told, which we covered already, they weren't allowed to search any buildings, only waterways. And when I told that to Kelly Snyder, the Find Me group that I volunteer with, who is a retired federal agent of 25 years and has been running the Find Me group in his retirement for free, working with police agencies every day for 20 some years, he was not impressed that they wouldn't let them in to search vacant buildings. There's a lot of vacant buildings in this area, tons, way more than your average place. And so here's the news video, and then we're going to see the reality of what some of the searchers dealt with yesterday with this family.
In rural Nova Scotia are not ready to give up hope in the search for Lilly and Jack Sullivan. The two small children disappeared in May. All searches so far have turned up nothing. And today, another group of volunteers scoured the woods around where Lilly and Jack went missing. As Selena Alders reports, it's being described as a last-ditch effort before winter sets in.
A volunteer trudges through densely packed woods looking for any signs of Lilly and Jack Sullivan.
So we're covering this side of the river.
The young siblings were first reported missing from their home in rural Nova Scotia the morning of May 2nd, and they've not been seen since.
It's sad, very sad, but it's been 6 months and we need some type of closure to this case.
Cheryl Robinson is a close family friend and volunteering in the search.
There's always hope. Until we have answers, we have hope, basically.
The siblings' disappearance prompted a months-long investigation, but little evidence has been found so far indicating what might have happened to Lilly and Jack or where they might be.
I drove down on Thursday. I just did a straight shot.
The Ontario-based nonprofit Please Bring Me Home led the charge on today's search. It helps investigate missing persons cases, but typically only after they've gone cold.
We couldn't say no to the family.
The group's executive director, Nick Oldreeve, says the family's desperation for answers prompted them to get involved. Searchers found a few items of interest, including a blanket, a t-shirt, and a children's bicycle, but it's unclear whether these articles are connected to the siblings.
So we took a picture, we sent it to the RCMP. They then, it sounds like, spoke to family, and they said that it's not something they recognize.
The children's grandmother, Belinda Gray, hopes they might mean something.
I was hoping we were going to find a little bit more, but
Gray says she's grateful for the outpouring of community support, but she's becoming even more anxious as the colder months close in.
I know we have a long winter to get through, and we're not going to be able to search. I know they're out there.
In the meantime, Nova Scotia RCMP continue to investigate the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan and urge anyone with information on their whereabouts to come forward.
Yeah. And that is, well, this is it. It's disgusting because you've probably seen this before, but we're going to play it here again for a second here for those that maybe didn't see it. Yeah, it's whoops. Oh, I lost that clip. Now I'm going to have to go back, but I just wanted to show this first and then I'll find it. Because oh, you're not going to be able to hear it this way. Let me just open it. Because this is the other reason I think Jordan is losing it. I want to make sure you can hear it. I got too many windows open. So stop sharing that one and get the right one because I want you to be able to hear it. So, I think this was him yelling out at his dad, and then we find out that his dad did go in November 13th to the RCMP, Darren Geddes, to talk to them. And not only did he go talk to them, he's threatening them.
In a rather explosive Facebook post, Dermot O'Grady has come out and stated that information he has given to major crimes relating to the disappearance of Lilly and Jack Sullivan should help to solve the case. He further goes on, essentially demanding that if arrests are not made within 7 days, 1 week from November the 13th, when he provided the information to the RCMP, he wants the full tape of his interview with them redacted and released publicly. Dermot O'Grady is Darren Geddes is his real name, and he is the cousin to Malaya Brooke Murray's mother. Malaya Brooke Murray is the mother to Lilly and Jack Sullivan, the two siblings who disappeared May 2nd. They were reported missing by Malaya Brooks Murray.
Sorry, guys. I can't get this thing
Darren Geddes came out several months ago, in fact, stating that he was absolutely certain he knew where the kids were, and but did state at the time that he did tell the RCMP, or he gave information to the RCMP, but that he couldn't say exactly where the kids were, but he was 1,000% sure he knew, but he just had to clarify and confirm it with a few people. So this has been a theme with Darren for months, that he seems to know where the kids are. or knows what happened to them.
Yeah.
And he's making, I guess, the same claim that he has provided them, the RCMP, with pretty valuable information on Thursday, November 13th, that he believes will lead to arrests within 1 week. So we will wait and see. Lilly, at the time 6 years old, and Jack, at the time 4 years old, were living with their stepfather, Daniel Martel, and their mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, on at 1407 Gerlach Road in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. And it is believed by Martel and Brooks Murray that the children slipped out the backsliding glass door in the morning of May the 2nd and disappeared out into the surrounding woodland. Despite an extensive investigation by RCMP, as well as extensive search by search and rescue, ground, air, cadaver dogs, scent dogs, there has really been virtually no sign of the children or anything significant found. Police, in fact, say that the case remains a missing person case and that there is no evidence of criminality.
What do y'all think? Do you think there's criminality in this case? Y'all? Okay. So I know, Krista, it's my fault. I'm the one that's gonna probably get I'm gonna get my I'm gonna get wackadoodled by Facebook for this one, but or YouTube rather by this one. But okay, so if you didn't know, if you didn't see it, watch this.
Please Bring Me Home search was today at all. And so anyway, so Charmaine, again, actually, Charmaine, just quickly again say, hi to everybody, but talk about what you did yesterday as well, if you don't mind, for a second, for the members only.
Yeah.
And
So, hi everybody. I'm not doing my poker outdoor thing because I don't know who's who, but yeah. So yesterday I did a members only live stream, and the reason I did that was just strictly for chat control. I had Liane and Belinda on to talk about the search and then some of the controversy with Chrissy Travers and all the stuff that was going on Facebook and YouTube chat rooms and stuff, just to kind of set the record straight. As soon as the live stream was done, I put it to public so everybody can go in and watch it. But I had said that I was going to donate all the proceeds, like all the donations and stuff, to Clothes for Kids or whatever in Pictou County or whoever needed it in Nova Scotia, just to show my support, number one, and number two, I knew that the optics of doing a members only live with that kind of information looked terrible. So I didn't do it for the money. However, I expected people to give like $20, whatever. I was expecting to have to like throw in a little bit to get a couple of coats or whatever. I shit you not, you guys. I tallied it up. $517 was donated last night. And then, so YouTube takes 30%.
Yeah.
30. So if you're just joining, it's Please Bring Me Home was there searching yesterday for Jack and Lilly. We just watched the news clip. I wish Liane covered some. Who is that, honey? Who is that you're talking about? They did a fundraiser for members only and then put it out, and they raised some money for the cause. And we're going to watch here the family discouraging about, threatening, well, not threatening, really yelling at the about the sorry, I'm just getting distracted with some of the comments that are coming in. I think Violet's coming in a little late. Welcome in, honey. bad about Jack and Lily because I love them. They become their own kids. I followed this case in the beginning, but I think it's game related to the sacrifice. Well, I'm starting to wonder, and I haven't even gone down that route, but now I'm just like, I don't know. Anyways, I am going to cover other cases. I'm going to do a reading. I just haven't been feeling well enough. But I will when I get my energy up to do probably hopefully tomorrow. Feeling better today than yesterday, but not 100%. But on the oh my God, Dylan Ethler and from Nova Scotia, and also the what's her name missing from the cruise? I've lost her name right now all of a sudden. Amy Bradley. So let's watch this though. This is what I was saying at the beginning of the stream. This is why, as much as it can be challenging and I can lose my shit like I did yesterday with this RCMP disaster. Not it's a disaster. I just don't agree that the tip line's not covered for a month. I just think that's outrageous. But it's the internet tip line. So there's 2 different tip lines, just to be clear. But a lot of people prefer email correspondence when you're you're submitting RCMP tips too. So anyways, they raised funds yesterday, and this is what happened when the Please Bring Me Home group was out. The searchers were out. They were also prohibited by the RCMP from going inside buildings, which to me doesn't make sense unless they're still investigating the buildings. But when they go out publicly and say there's nothing to see here, we think the kids just walked away, you just wonder, how deeply are they still investigating? I was promised by Chad yesterday, and I really got the feeling that yes, they are investigating it and that they're short-staffed. So I'm going to remain hopeful that they listen to me, that we get at least my theory of the case in. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But the more we look at what we just looked at tonight, I just seem to feel more convinced, not less convinced, of the people, the actors involved.
%.
But
So
let's listen in. And then if this doesn't tell you, let's listen to what they were talking about being raised. If this doesn't tell you as well the intentions of Daniel's family, I don't know what does. But they raised funds yesterday for the Please Bring Me Home, and they were saying on the news clip nothing about this. That family was yelling at searchers, that they were probably why the RCMP said no buildings. The family owns most of the buildings in that area. And perhaps the RCMP knew that they would be met with this type of behavior. The question then remains, if that was the case, why they didn't escort them out. You remember, even in Sebastian Rogers, as frustrating as the police are in that case, when they first had their first first vigil with Seth Rogers, mind you, it wasn't a search group. But yeah, I know. I get it, Tyler. I know, honey. It's exactly the point. And that's, what I wanted to say yesterday, but I didn't. Maybe if you guys had not your officers killing innocent hostages, you could have had some looking for the kids. But if they knew this was a danger, then it begs the question why they didn't have some police out there with them. I don't know. I don't know, because I haven't done a deep dive on that, but I am curious as to why they weren't allowed in the buildings. When now that we've discovered that Janie's family, Darren's family, they all own the land around there. They own most of the land in the area. It's scary.
to donate
And they live the way they live. Go figure.
all the proceeds, like all the donations and stuff, to Clothes for Kids or whatever in Pictou County, or whoever needed it in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, Barb.
Just to show my support, number one, and number two, I knew that the optics of doing a members only
No.
live with that kind of information looked terrible. So I didn't do it for the money.
Thank you, Connie.
However, I expected people to give like $20,
Well, here's the thing, okay? I am totally and fully prepared to say I'm sorry if I was wrong, okay? If I was wrong with my vision of Jack, or of Jack and Lily and Jordan Geddes and Derwood Geddes and all of this. If I was wrong, I'm totally willing to apologize. But if I'm right, especially after what we just saw, and I've gone live with my information, and we know the family's watching all of YouTube. And meantime, the RCMP haven't even looked at it because the guy's been away, about the 3-hour live that I told them to speed up, that gave them all of the evidence. Then what if I was right and now there's nothing there now because they've been forewarned. You know, these people are watching every channel and we're piecing it together publicly and they're watching. And if the RCMP don't get ahead of it instead of being behind it, they're going to outrun them and outpace them and cover their butts all the time. I know it's all speculation, honey. It is all speculation, but you know, that's what the RCMP are doing. You know, I mean, they're piecing it together too. That's all they're doing. They're just, well, hopefully they're gathering evidence. Hopefully.
Whatever. I was expecting to have to like throw in a little bit to get a couple of coats or whatever. I shit you not, you guys. They will take cash donations, but
okay, we're gonna
anything
move
that you
on
want to talk about, anything that you're allowed to say that you have knowledge of about the search today, anything that you want to say, or it's up to you. I don't even know.
no, like I wasn't given permission to talk about anything. I
Okay.
think if you were information
Yeah.
from certain people, then you go ahead. And I mean, there were items found today, but you know,
I was gonna say
relevance unknown.
Yeah, and I think that's where we'll leave that as for that there was items found today, but as to the relevance.
And the news just updated us that they were not relevant according to the family. They did not recognize the bike and blanket and whatnot that were found out in yesterday's search, regrettably.
And what they exactly mean, that can come out in the wash or from the people that were actually at the search that actually want to put that information out there. Now, this video that I will show in a second, like I said, if it doesn't make you mad, it should. So basically, just to give a little bit of preface to this, actually, let me just go to something for a second here. What's this one? Okay, so I believe this is going to be, let me just show the picture here. Share screen. No, I don't want to share screen. I want to share a image is what I want to do first. So again, if you haven't hit that like and share for Jack and Lilly, please do so. Appreciate that. That's what it's all about, being voices for Jack and Lilly, and for the people that are trying to stop it and you know, and probably add wrenches in it and stuff like that. Just pathetic. Is this the picture I want to show here? Sorry, the pictures look really small. No, I don't want to show that one. Did I share that? Wow, give me 2 seconds here. Just gotta download that one. I thought I already downloaded it. Sometimes I think I do, and then I don't.
Let's hope and pray somebody in the RCMP that cares and is truly trying to solve the case, which I think there are some that are, but I still wonder why the guy that I really liked was taken off the case. Just curious, just interesting observation. If the people that are really not in charge are really caring, but they don't really have a lot of pull, and the people that are in charge somehow, if there's Derwitt or his son or whatnot, have some sort of connections, you know, will the police care about this? I guess we're going to find out. We're going to find out what, if ever there's a statement about this that comes out. But I'm going to mention tomorrow. Did you know that they tried to block the searchers?
No, I'm pretty sure I did, actually.
Assuming they call me.
All right. You have sent stuff in.
I promised by email by Chad Spears yesterday.
So much, and I understand. Confidential, and
I don't know, honey.
You know, I'm not sure what are surrounding searches and the information, but you know, Sunny and I will respect your wishes. But the information that we did get throughout the day, it was to see that things were happening and maybe relevant, but we're out there. A lot of you pretend. Some of you even, you know, please bring me home. You were out there in other areas checking.
Oh, that's great.
So
thank you.
Personally, I want to say thank you. And
Yeah,
I'm sure Belinda will
that's
be very
great.
proud of.
He arrived
absolutely.
Thursday.
Yeah, for
I know the
everyone that
CEO said on the camera on the news clip he arrived Thursday, but yes,
truly cares about Jack and Lilly, and you know, not trying to add to the drama shit about it all, but just trying to care, be there, be at the search, really value the case, or people that said, and thank you guys, you know, because again, it really takes, you know, like the different people, whether it's family, friends, people that are very close to us, live in the area and stuff like that, to really keep trying to shed light on the answers for Jack and Lilly. So to preface this picture here, you guys, okay, most of you guys have probably heard the name Wayne McKenzie. So the Ram truck is what I want to point your eye to in this one, okay? So this is to preface the video that you're going to be watching. So Wayne's property is, and I'll show you it on the map, just down from Brad Wong's place, and he has a property there. Now, so just to show you, I'll just go to Google Earth first on that one. So for people that don't know what I'm speaking about for his home. Okay, 1 second here. Okay, that's 1407. Okay, so right here. Okay. Hi, Cheryl Light. Thank you. It's coming and echoing down there. It was like echoing for you there. Thank you, Cheryl Light, and we appreciate that. Again,
I mean, I could. I don't feel it's appropriate, and I really doubt he would answer me. So, you know, unless I talked to him on the phone again someday.
a lot of us work very hard for Jack and Lily's case and stuff like that. Just try to get to the root of it without the bullshit behind it all and stuff. But very much appreciate all your guys' support. Just want to say that. Just make sure you guys do absolutely know that. Just like our hearts are in it for the right purposes. Thank you guys for all your hearts being in there for the right purposes. And if you're not, you know, well, got nothing to say about that one, to be honest with you. So with that being said, so right down there, like right below the blue line, is where Wayne's home is here. Okay, so now I'm going to show the next picture just again before the video so that you guys can kind of exactly understand. Let's see here. And
thank you, my dear.
That should be this one here. Want to cut it off a little bit more. Okay. Okay, so I cropped this picture just a little bit because it was showing more. So now I want you to know, absolutely. Okay, so you'll see that in the video in a moment. I think they were split off in like fives and stuff like that. There was about 40 searchers altogether. Right, you see that red Ram truck, you know, the one that Wayne McKenzie owns. Let's just use the words allegedly, just because, okay? We'll use allegedly, a Mustang. And so, so the red Ram truck that I just showed you from Wayne McKenzie's property. Now, I just quickly want to read you. Okay, let's see. So absolutely no one showed up from Daniel's family, not even him, of course. And then this was kind of a disrespect from the uncle. And
so these are the differences between the families. Malaya's family doesn't go on YouTube or Facebook. Yeah, it's worth going back to the beginning, honey. Seriously, we're about to leave here, and it's definitely worth going back to the beginning. But we see you, Louise. Thank you for coming in. I know. And Malaya's family is at the vigil. Daniel was at the vigil, but nobody else from his family was at the vigil that I saw. But Malaya's family's been at the vigils, and they were with the searchers, but they don't go on social media. Yet Daniel's family is all over social media and then doing this.
And so let's see here. I'm just trying to see the part
blocking
here
the searchers.
where
Wait till you watch.
the,
if you haven't
okay,
seen it,
so
if you haven't seen it already, hang around for another 10 minutes and we're going to wrap it up. But if you're just coming in, I highly suggest you go to the beginning.
Just give me a second here. Okay. So in that picture that you're looking at, that was them. Okay. That was, here's him blocking us from getting down the road to the search the second time, the other side of the river. So they're trying to prevent this as going on. Okay. Let's see here. 1 second. I got to look at something. Wait a second here. Shireen, do me a favor. I have to answer something in the background. Can you just look at anyone's things for a sec? I just got to mute myself for a sec.
Can I look at what?
Oh, can you just look at what people are, just talk for a minute for me. If you could just say whatever people are saying.
I'm just going to fast forward until they play the clip. Okay, here we go. So this is later on.
This is, yeah, crazy. Okay, this should be here.
Why are you trying to stop us from finding them? We weren't in the field.
Very dangerous animals. What animals are they? 2 rams.
Okay. We're not in the field.
Okay.
We're not going in the field.
We're not up there. We're at the water. This field is up.
Do you really think that the Mackenzies care about them finding animals, dangerous animals in the bush? Do you think? Thank you, Donna. I don't think they care about the safety of their searchers.
You don't own the water, bud.
Well, you know what? The water is public property. We're on a search.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
We're leaving the area. Thank you very much.
We got knives, we got bear spray, and there'll be no more.
And I
So
will
we
have
play
you
the game,
charged.
big guy.
I will have you charged.
We are
Do it.
leaving
Do
the
it.
area.
You know, I will have you charged. Sebastian 2.0. I will have you charged. Gus Lamont, shotgun at the door with the media showing up. There's always some little beads and strings of similarities, you know?
For two missing kids have a fucking heart.
Okay, you know what? My name is Janice Potty. I live in Nebraska. Go
Please.
call the cops.
Please, please.
No,
We're walking the
the
river.
water.
Help us at least.
You're not telling me
You
what.
have been warned. I am dialing 911 right now.
Please do. Yeah, please do.
My name is Janice Potty. I'm with Frank.
We're
looking for children.
Private property.
We're looking for
Please
children.
take me home out of Ontario.
Where's Jack and Lily?
And how do you know they're not here? Prove it.
Like what?
I'm just like, honestly, it's just crazy, right? Right? Freaking. Oh, wait, I'm hearing myself through your speaker.
And, you know, I was going to go out by myself. Remember? I was going to go out by myself before I got the job. If I hadn't got the job, I would have gone out by myself. So maybe there was a point. Maybe it was better I didn't go out there by myself.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I told Mike Wilson several times I was going to go out by myself, and never once did he say no. Not once. I know. No, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Let's watch it again. These are the people on social media.
Not in the field.
Okay.
We're not going in the field.
We're not up there. We're at the water.
This field is not fenced.
You don't own the water, bud.
Well, you know what? The water is public property. We're on a search.
I don't care.
I don't care either.
We're leaving the area. Thank you very much.
We got knives, we got bear spray, and there'll be no more.
And I
So
will
we
have
play
you
the game,
charged.
big guy.
I will have you charged.
We are
Do it.
leaving
Do
the
it.
area.
Looking for two missing kids have a fucking heart.
Right to the river.
Okay, you know what? My name is
No.
Janice Potty. I live in Nebraska. Go
Please.
call the cops.
Please, please.
No,
We're walking the river.
water.
Help us at least.
You're not telling me
You
what.
have been warned. I am dialing 911 right now.
Please do. Yeah, please do.
I'm calling 911 right now. The RCMP know they're there, dude. They're searching the waters.
It's Janice Potty. I'm with Frank.
We're looking for children.
Private property.
We're looking for
Please
children.
take me home out of Ontario.
Where's Jack and Lily?
And how do you know they're not here? Prove it.
Like what?
Yeah, I know exactly.
I'm just like, honestly, it's just crazy, right? Freaking.
So, yeah, you know, yesterday was not a proud moment for me losing my crap, but you know, maybe it's good that we keep the pressure on in this case, because when you look at, if you're just coming in now, what we went through with Jordan Geddes, this rant, the tattoos, the symbolism, the warning, what it could all mean and what it all does likely mean. And yeah, I know. Welcome in, Bird's Eye. I think some of you are just coming in and I don't recognize you, Bird's Eye, so welcome. And also someone else came in just a minute ago, Chantel Bears, and I feel so bad, but we're about to end the live, but I really would ask you to go back from the beginning because I think it's a very interesting. I know, sweetie. It's very interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's great. Okay, thank you, Carol. I know. So what do y'all think? Did you find this interesting about Jordan Geddes? And what do you leave me with your last thoughts on what your impressions are of him now as we wrap up this stream? Do your likey things. I will do Amy Bradley. And yes, congratulations to Donna. Thank you, Donna, so much for being here the day after your wedding. I was totally not expecting it. I don't know if Krista and Kitty are still here. But yeah, we've got to remain a voice for these kids and keep the pressure on, because we got family, like in Sebastian's case, that looks like They don't want these searchers to find these kids. They don't want them looking around. You've got, the shotgun in Gus Lamont's case. You got Chris Crowdfoot also threatening searchers. I think Chris was even worse than this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're here, honey. Okay, no worries. I know sometimes things happen. You got to work and stuff. So yeah, for everybody just coming in, I would suggest you go back and watch. And I've always felt this case is bigger than 2 missing children, but in the main hub of rugs being distributed. And yeah, it could be, honey. Certainly what I get. Yeah, I agree, Krista. I agree. But yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. Yeah, it is. It's wild. Focus and searches they have. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. Volunteer organization, the focus that they have found other kids before, Carol, I know. I know, and Daniel said they weren't being blocked or anything. And yeah, it's was my point when I was saying earlier at the top of the live, mainstream media, you're not going to get these inner things. We get an inside, I will, sweetie, I will, hope. We get an inside view of these families, and sometimes it's darker. Thank you. They found up to 60 people. That's incredible. That's really great, and that's incredible work. Yeah. I didn't think so, honey. Yeah, I didn't think so. They do, yeah, and thank you to them for going and looking. They deserve all the praise, and yes, they can get, and I hope we have some good results. But I know, Bobby, it's just wild. And when you see this kind of behavior, it's crazy. But this is why we need to keep being the voice for these kids. We need to keep being the voice for these kids because they need to be found. They need to be found. So thank you, everybody, for being here, and do all the YouTube things. And thanks. You're welcome, honey. You're welcome. Look out for videos, and I don't know, I might do a live again tomorrow. Who knows? Okay, everybody. Love and light. Thank you for being here. And once I can get music playing, we'll go back to without copyright strikes playing. We used to go do prayers, just some silent music for meditation or prayer, whatever you prefer, and send some light out so we can find these kids and bring all these missing kids back home. Hopefully as many as possible alive, and regrettably, likely lots not, but they still deserve to be found and to be brought to rest and to have justice. So thank you for being here with me today and being the voice for Jack and Lily. Everybody, thank you again. We'll see you. Keep on the YouTube things so you know when I'm up live next. Might be tomorrow. Would likely be Tuesday for sure, but maybe tomorrow. And I'll put out a couple of videos tomorrow. You're welcome, Krista. Thank you for being here, everybody. Love and light. Have a great night.